Hi, welcome to today's deep dive lessons from good to great book. The role of consistent action consistency is key. The greatest companies kept making choices that supported their hedgehog concept. They kept adding small pushes to their flywheel. Every decision, whether it was a new hire, a new product, or a change in pricing, was made in a way that supported their goals. This consistency meant their momentum kept growing. It meant their culture remained strong. It meant their discipline remained a powerful force in their organizations. Small wins lead to large success. The greatest companies did not need dramatic, overnight success. Instead, their progress came from small wins. A small win might be choosing the right person for a key role, dropping a weak product, or improving a process. Each small win made their organizations a little bit more effective. Over time, these small wins multiplied and turned into large success. It shows that patience and discipline pay off when companies stay true to their goals. Staying the course. One big danger for companies is losing patience and changing direction when progress seems slow. The greatest companies avoided this. They stayed their course. They kept their discipline. They kept making small, careful choices. Because of this, when momentum started to grow, it seemed effortless. But this momentum was not magic. It came from years of discipline, patience, and staying true to their hedgehog concept. Making culture durable. The greatest companies made sure their culture was strong enough to last. They did this by choosing people who already believed in their values. Instead of trying to change people, they hired people who already shared their discipline and passion. This meant the culture was not forced. It was a natural fit. It made sure their discipline remained strong and their goals stayed clear. Aligning goals with culture. The greatest companies made sure their goals were in perfect harmony with their culture. This meant their goals were not something separate or different from their values. They were a reflection of who the company was. This made it easy for people to pursue goals without feeling confused or unsure. Everyone understood the direction and believed in it. Staying few but meaningful. The greatest companies avoided adding a huge number of goals. Instead, they chose a few key goals, the most important ones, and stayed focused on them. This discipline meant their resources were not divided in many directions. Everyone was able to put their energy into making a few things great instead of many things average. Continuous improvement. The greatest companies were never finished improving. Success did not make them comfortable or lazy. They kept asking, how can we do this better? They kept challenging their own methods and looking for weak points. This meant their discipline remained strong and their culture remained alive and adaptable. The principle of continuous improvement in action. The greatest companies treated improvement as a way of life. It was not a project or a short effort. It was a daily discipline. Every person was expected to find small ways to make their area of responsibility better. It wasn't about huge, dramatic leaps forward. It was about tiny, constant steps in the right direction. This meant their culture remained energetic and forward-looking. Everyone was involved in making the company better. Everyone felt responsible for its future. Success did not lead to comfort. Some companies become comfortable after success. They start thinking their past success guarantees future success. The greatest companies avoided this kind of thinking. They remained vigilant. They kept a close watch on their performance. They kept asking hard questions. This meant their discipline stayed strong and their culture remained alive and adaptable. Success was not a resting place. It was a platform for future progress. Staying principle-centered during change. As markets changed and new technology came in, the greatest companies remained true to their principles. They adapted their methods and products, but not their discipline, their culture, or their hedgehog concept. This meant they were able to handle change without losing their soul. They remained great, regardless of what was happening around them. Legacy of greatness. The greatest companies left a legacy. They kept their discipline, culture, and hedgehog concept alive even after their original leaders were gone. This meant the companies were not about a person, a temporary opportunity, or a trend. They were about something deep, something permanent. This legacy made sure future generations could enjoy the success that discipline and culture had created. Turning from a good company into a great one is a transformation. It starts with choosing the right people and putting them in the right seats. Then it requires discipline. Discipline in choosing goals, discipline in ignoring distractions, discipline in staying true to a culture of excellence. This discipline transforms companies from ordinary to extraordinary. It lets them outperform their competition, innovate, and leave a legacy. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.